you've already mentioned it, but you obviously have an issue with the owner, and if you think about it, perhaps if this was your most favorite neighbor who owned this house, would you still have an issue with it? So that's just something you need to think about. It just sounds like you don't like the guy, and so therefore you just don't want to give him any kind of approval. So taking all the personal issues out, I think that the addition is adequate and neighborhood compatible, and I'm willing to support the project, and I can support the variances as well.
Thank you very much. Ilse?
Thank you. Actually, I agree with just about everything Leslie just said. I want to add also that this is a very unusual home. It's been designed and built by a local architect who was well known and well respected. And the addition follows the integrity of the design, and enclosing the deck is actually going to make the situation better for the neighbors because there won't be any outdoor activity going on, so it'll cut down on the noise. The trees, I'm not going to place a condition on removing a tree or more than one, but I would suggest that the owner will be contacted to see if he's maybe willing to take at least one out there. And as to the variances, yes, I can make all the findings for the variances because this is not, the addition, if you will call it an addition, is not going to be detrimental to any neighboring properties or the neighborhood by itself. As I said, it's going to make it better for the neighbors, and it's going to make the house more livable. And that's the reason we have variances. When you have a difficult lot that you cannot turn any which way you do, that's why we have variance findings. And this is a very modest house. And with the design the way it is, it's even less usable. So I just totally agree that this is the reason we have variances, and it's going to make it even better. Privacy, I don't see any problem with privacy. Again, having the deck enclosed is going to increase the privacy issue, and the trees are going to add to that. I do agree, however, that you guys have a problem with your neighbor. Unfortunately, we cannot address this at all. I can see it and I can hear it, in loud and clear. Believe me, it's not escaped me, but I cannot base a request for a design review or whatever it is on a person's personality or a lack of personality. I think you need to take it up with the city council. What he's requesting is not going to make any changes to his behavior. It's just going to make the house more livable, and that's what we're supposed to decide on. So I will approve the project as it is submitted.
Thank you very much. Ken?
I agree with what my colleagues have said. It's extremely odd-shaped lot. It's got over a 10-foot slope from the front to the back across the lot, and it just makes it very difficult to get anything to work there. The additions fitting within the existing building envelope for the most part, definitely within the footprint of the building. The only potential issue, I'd say, by enclosing that deck and putting the room there would be possibly cutting off some light to the neighbors, the Kirsty's home. And so I'd agree with Ilse that if some compromise and effort to maybe make good a little bit with the neighbors by possibly removing one of the pine trees there to get a little bit more light to replace what they've lost there, that would be a good suggestion. Beyond that, it's the fact that the neighborhood animosity has started has led to the situation where when the applicant then probably hasn't been very open with speaking to the neighbors about this proposal, and it doesn't make it go through very smoothly. But I'm willing to support the project tonight. Thank you.
Thank you very much. John?
One of the things we look at is articulation in a house, and I usually equate outdoor area to articulation, and taking that away, I would not be very happy. But this is a Chris Abel house, and I think that's all just a definition of articulation. They go all over the place. What I see here is you're asking for a variance to add living area to a house that's too big for the lot, and you're adding load to the neighborhood. Bedrooms equate to more people. I don't find that neighborhood compatible. and I'm not happy with the landscaping, so I do not support the project. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I concur with the majority of the colleagues. I think that this is the addition is in the same